I'm at the park. Oh, it's okay, Teddy. I still talk to him like that. I can't help it. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. On the topic of marriage, and okay, so first I talked about why marriages are so difficult, and then, oh, what happened, Teddy? Oh, hi. Are you okay? Teddy, go play. So the first video was about why marriages are so difficult. The second video was about how to fix your marriage. And now I want to kind of add on to that second video about how to save your marriage. But it's kind of on a different note. A good way to safe-proof yourself in your marriage is to have a very healthy dose of self-love. In my religion that I grew up practicing, self-love was not a very big topic. In fact, I think it veered more on the selfish side to, think about yourself and to cater to yourself and to really put any focus or emphasis on yourself. I always thought that was the opposite of being selfless. So, I had kind of that preconceived notion that I shouldn't ever dabble in taking care of myself. Now I realized that, whoa, that is completely reversed from the truth of how our world works. When you love yourself and you have a healthy regard for yourself, only then, when you're healthy and whole, are you able to project a healthy and whole love onto other people. When your cup is filled, then you overflow and you can go on to bless other people. If you don't love yourself, then essentially your cup is empty. You're kind of grabbing from nothing, or you're grabbing from a place of lack or a place of fear. And that is when, your love doesn't really replenish or come from that healthy place where it is always filling up on its own. So loving yourself is a really wonderful antidote to ensuring that you are protected and safe and heard and recognized in your marriage. Loving yourself is the way to have respect and loving yourself, it just, usually in a relationship, there is one person who typically is more dominant, and then there's usually another person who's more subordinate. And what all too often takes place is that the dominant person overtakes the person who is more submissive. And I don't like to make generalizations, but this is simply the pattern that I've noticed time and time again, is that the one who has a lot of confidence or displays dominance, they usually have a very high level of boundaries and regard for their own self. And usually the person who is on, who is kind of on the other spectrum. Sorry, I'm trying not to be so distracted, but my kids are just like, I try to focus on the camera. Yeah, so the person who is usually, overtaken by the strong personality, they usually don't have a lot of self-love. And they're usually not having a lot of confidence. And so, this video is for the person who tends to get stepped on by the person who is in more control in the relationship, self-love is really necessary for you to kind of step into the game, to have that more equal leveled playing field where you don't get mistreated by the other person. You need to have a very healthy level of self-love that will safe-proof you, that will kind of tip the scale of your marriage to become more healthy. Both people are heard and not disrespected. Self-love is the way to achieve a better balance. That is the way to bring more health into the relationship. Self-love. Love yourself. If something doesn't feel right to you, most likely it is way off the charts, because I'm gonna guess that you are somebody who has a great capacity for patience, for tolerance, for acceptance. And if you are completely feeling frustrated or off kilter, then that means the other person is way past their limits, and you need to step in, have some boundary, start to love yourself, start to pay attention to your feelings, your emotions, what you're comfortable with, and keep going in that direction. Keep going in that direction. Be clear on what you are okay with and what you are not okay with. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your comfort zone. Listen to your gut and your heart, and love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. That's how you succeed. You guys are so precious. You guys who always listen to other people. You guys will always take on so much of the burden yourself. Okay, I'll be right there, okay? You are a beautiful soul, and you deserve to show love to yourself. Take care.